Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ted Neum. I'm a food, beverage, and pork photographer based out of Philadelphia. I was doing this before. Let me turn this volume down. Alright, this sounds okay, I think. It looks okay. I mean, I wish my X team could monitor how much my audio as well, but I can't, which sucks. But yeah, I was shooting this earlier, and then one of the fans came out. First, I thought it was R6V, but no, it's my Zhiyun X200's fan, and the power output's only at 27%. So I feel like extended takes, this light might be audible. Maybe I should have put my Profile L600D on instead. But I'm just practicing with this light because it's easier for me to take this around and do small shoots instead of hustle around the L600D, which is a big, massive light. I mean, it's not. If you consider how heavy a ballast is and a light together, it kind of equals out, but you just have one light instead of a light and a ballast to worry about. Think about. So yeah. So this weekend, I'm probably just gonna be shooting at home, trying to create mock things to do to practice and that sort. I have a colonoscopy on Monday, so Sunday I am on an all liquid diet, just broth and Jello. And then 4 o'clock, I have to make my poop-inducing concoction because my procedure is at 7:30 on Monday morning on Monday, so I gotta get everything ready for it. So, yeah, I've been on a low-fiber diet for this week, and Saturday I'm probably just gonna eat light food, but I might go out in the morning. I obviously won't eat that much, but just probably just get some coffee or something, because I still can drink coffee even on Sunday. But yeah, I'm getting a colonoscopy on Monday. Again, if you're 45 or around 45 and you have health insurance, I would definitely consider getting getting a colonoscopy. You can't really check your pancreas, but if you're able to check your colon and you have health insurance and you're at the age, definitely do it, because colon cancer has definitely been creeping earlier and earlier in our lives. So just, do yourself a favor. It's the process to get it is terrible and crappy, pun intended, but it's important. Your health is important. So anyway, as you can tell, I have a lot of my Canon camera stuff here. I'm a Canon shooter. If you didn't know, I feel like every single camera brand has really great image quality. Image quality. I mean, colors are kind of subjective at this point because you can always change everything in post. But I do like how the camera colors come from the Canons. I still prefer Fuji's tones and colors the best, but the Canons are much more workhorse cameras than the Fuji's. So eventually, I do want to get another GFX and add the GFX back into my kit, but the way how work is right now, where this year has been incredibly dry, so I feel like I'm in a work desert. I'm probably not gonna be able to afford to get a GFX in the kit, and I want to get a Mac Studio, which I do need a Mac Studio because editing video on my M1 Max MacBook Pro is definitely showing its age, where it's harder to process videos. I could definitely hear the fans start kicking. So getting a Mac Studio is probably my next purchase, but probably not gonna get one until next year, because Apple just released the M5 Ultra, and I built it out on Apple's website, and with just 96 gigs of RAM, it came out to, in 2 terabytes of SSD, it came out to be $5,999 before tax, which is wildly expensive. But if I added the next level of RAM, which is 256 gigs, that's $4,000 added. They have a 512 option coming in November, but I'm gonna assume that is gonna be $8,000 added to that price. So you're looking at like probably $15,000 for a maxed out Mac Studio. Oh God, this RAM price shortage is gonna kill us all, and it's not gonna end. Like this RAM shortage, it's gonna probably last for like till 2032. So hopefully, when I'm able to afford the M5 at Mac Studio, I'm probably just gonna stick with the 96 gigs of RAM, unless they jump the price, and then I'll be like, well, this is gonna suck. Because at that point, you're at a used car price, and I don't want to lease these things because I want to pay to own. So yeah, that's crazy. That's why I don't shoot RAW and video, because as great as RAW and video can be for like being able to change your ISO in post, change your white balance in post, the amount of storage you need for shooting a RAW for video is crazy. For photo, I can understand, because I'm still primarily a photographer. So for me, shooting a RAW for photos is still a necessity, and I still could get by. But for video, nah. Especially since most of my videos, even for paid video work, it's probably just gonna hit the socials. So for me, it's like, I'll stick with the Canon's what is it? Sorry. Long up. HEVCS 10-bit 422. So I feel like that's good enough for socials and that sort. So, cost of everything is nuts. I feel like at this point I'd probably like, my mind will divert and like talk about how much gas costs and everything else. And I'm like, you know what? Nah. It's like, no. It sucks. We have clowns for leaders. Anyway, so yeah, I've been shooting with Canon for the last, back with Canon for the last 3 years or 2 years, and they do a great job. Obviously, I got the R6V because these don't have active cooling or robust active cooling as the R6V, and I'm not gonna get the Cine camera bodies until I'm rolling in cash for video work. So again, most of my video work is just mostly on social, so the R6V just covers the bill for that one. And honestly, I think it's better that way. Obviously, I would like to have the C50 because the audio handle, or the C400 because internal NDs. But for my work and what I've been doing, I feel like the R6V is just perfect for me. Yeah, the IBIS has the wobbles and that sort, and no internal NDs. But for the most part, it does everything I need to do. And that's the most important thing when you choose your camera brand or cameras. The cameras you choose has to do everything you need. Like everyone has wants, sure, but as long as it crosses all the needs, then it's fine. Like, I guess this leads me to saying don't change camera brands if you're already really even somewhat invested in the camera brand. Because, you know, again, everything is expensive, and the differences from different camera brands are probably relatively different. Or not relatively different, relatively minute. So don't go chasing the golden goose, or think the grass is greener on the other side with a different camera brand. You could get, if you have, use what you have to make it work until you can't. So that's all. So anyway, that's why I just wanted to try out this with this video. It's just obviously this little different setup and that sort, and I'm obviously just spitballing with what I could think of on the top of my head. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video, so I'll just leave it at that. Hope to see you in the next one. Like and subscribe, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.